We are no longer the Delco Duo. We are the Ladies of Liberty. Woo! Look at these guys.
Now, you'll notice Monica's fit differently than mine. Mine slowly start to go down like this. Apparently, our heads are shaped differently.
So I was saying, I think the reason, these are so cute. So you can see these look like the, Lady Liberty, Statue of Liberty. Do I look just like her?
And how cute do I look?
They slide down your face.
Why. I need some tape on my forehead to just keep them right there.
I just think it means your ears are lower and your face is thinner. You know what I mean? So mine are just stuck here because I have a big head.
They look great on you.
I know.
Monica's like, I look amazing in these. And I was like, that's so rude because I bought them.
You do.
Why do I look goofy?
You got these from Five Below. These are amazing. I love every year getting something exciting for 4th of July. Last year we got bandanas. I wish I was wearing it right now. This was my newest addition.
Your USA shirt?
My USA shirt. Let's get a USA. I look like an Olympian in this shirt, don't I?
Yes.
I love this. And then you got these.
I know. These are fun. I'm excited about these.
Fun.
I should have bought a third pair so you could give one to Joe. Joe, I think, is going to be jealous.
She will be, but I'll let her try these on. I'm going to take these. And then
they're yours now.
These are mine. And then I also got her gemstones. That's really in right now.
Like the face gems?
Yeah, the face gems, the adhesives. So she had those for her birthday and loved them. So I got her red, white, and blue ones that I think she's going to go crazy for on July 4th.
That's awesome. That's so fun.
We are so ready. So we have a fun show for you on the Delco Duo. We are doing a little bit of July 4th themed, even though July 4th is still a little bit of ways away. We have my birthday.
Yes.
Ahead of
Which is about 30 minutes away.
Yes.
July 2nd.
It's a milestone. It's a milestone. We'll talk about that in just a bit, but let's get to the debrief. Last week we had talked about, just real quick, some not pet peeves, but things that irritate me. And one of them was when you bring up something that irritates you and then I can't get it out of my mind.
It's like something someone does,
yes,
maybe a noise that they make or breathe a certain way, and Monica doesn't notice, and then I point it out to her. And
then I can't unhear it. I can't unsee it. And now
I'm just doing what any good friend would do.
Yeah. Kelsey constantly, did you hear how she said that? I'm like, oh. But so then I asked the question on social media, what's your pet peeve? No one said what I said. This is what we got a lot of. Chewing with your mouth open. That was multiple.
Yeah.
Being late, making someone wait. That's another one of mine. Yep. Saying or like a lot. And it's never it's
Mm-hmm. I'm guilty of this at times.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't think as much now, but definitely I would say in my earlier 20s, I feel like was a crutch word for me.
Throwing trash in my garbage can. So someone else throwing trash in someone else's garbage can. It
happens to me all the time here at work. Like, you know how we each have our own garbage can?
We need to talk about that more. Hold on. Not returning shopping carts.
Yes, I return people's shopping carts for them. It drives me nuts.
Oh my gosh. You're so nice. And not using the turn signal. A few people wrote in and said that was their pet peeve, not using a turn signal, which I can see. But I find that not a pet peeve. That's just illegal. That's illegal. You should be using your turn signal.
You're just breaking the law.
That's interesting because I do not mind if people throw stuff in my trash can at work. It's not my trash can. It's my work's trash can.
I don't really care either. I just sometimes am confused by it. Like, everyone upstairs in our newsroom has their own trash can. So, why'd you pick mine? So it doesn't bother me, but I'm also I always throw all my own stuff in the trash can, unless we're down here.
Yeah, but if someone's just walking
studio.
by.
I guess, but also aren't you coming from your desk or going to your desk where you're passing your own trash can?
That was a very shocking moment when Jenna and I, when we first started working together, got along great. But the one thing that she said, one time I went and I threw something out at a trash can, I guess it's hers technically.
Back there in the traffic center, yeah.
Back there in the traffic center that I walk by every day. So sometimes it's just easy for me to, as I'm walking by, throw. And she was like, please stop doing that.
Well, what were you throwing?
I don't want your trash in my
can.
can.
Banana peel or something stinky? Because if it's just paper trash, fine. But if it's a stinky trash,
you know me, I can't smell anything. That's one thing I cannot do. I have a really bad sense of smell. But apparently I was throwing away a Caesar salad. Every day I was throwing the Caesar salad away.
Yeah, that's stinky trash.
She's like, please stop doing that. It smells. I was like, what? Does it?
Yes, that's a stinky.
Okay, so that's good to know. Those are some pet peeves that people have that you should watch out for. Make sure you're not using other people's garbage cans.
Yeah, I also think it is annoying when people don't put their shopping carts away. Like if they just leave them somewhere in the parking lot and they're just scattered or they're just taking up a parking space, I often will I'll put the cart where it belongs.
That's very nice of you.
I just think it's annoying. Like
avoid that
someone wants to park there, now
Yeah.
they can't. So unless the thing, what's the thing that you put them all in? What do you?
Yeah, the return cart.
Yeah, unless it's like a mile away. But if
Right.
it's not, yeah, I'll put it back.
That's very nice of you.
I'm so selfish.
You are. You're just solving everybody's pet peeve problems. All right, let's get to our first issue of the night. Daisy from Drexel Hill. I already planned my 21st birthday party and invited all my friends. One texted back saying, yes, we are coming, including her husband. I never invited him, and other than my dad, he will be the only boy. Ooh. What do you text back?
That's tough.
Yeah.
I would maybe just say I would text back and say, hey, I was hoping this would be like more of a girls' night.
thing.
Like my dad's coming because it's my birthday, but I was hoping it'd be more of a girls' night.
Yeah,
I think on your 21st birthday, you're allowed to have a girls' night.
Especially 21st. That's young. You still should be just doing girl stuff. Most people are not married at 21.
And
right?
also remember, just because you are married, your spouse doesn't always have to come.
I know. But she might not have made that clear. And so her friend just assumed like, oh, yes, we're coming.
Yeah.
You know, like, especially now that all my friends are married, I just assume when we have hangouts and stuff that my husband's invited. We actually now, when my girlfriends text to do like a hangout or gathering, we say, are men invited? We always say that. Are men invited?
We do that too. I'll say to my friends, like, are you bringing your husband? Or like,
Yes.
is this just girls? Like, yes, we'll clarify as well.
But I would.
But sometimes I know, like, if it's just like I'm going over to my girlfriend's house, like I know it's just me. Like I'm just going to go over and we're just going to,
Right.
have a drink, chit chat, and then I'm going to head home. But certain scenarios, yeah, we'll be like, are we inviting the boys?
Yes. Are we inviting, you say boys, I say men. Are we inviting the men?
Sorry to my husband. You are a man, but I call you a boy.
Especially, it's always, are we inviting the men and are kids coming?
Okay.
And when my friends are like, kids are invited, I'm like, darn, this party just got real sucky. I don't mind the men, it's the kids that I'm like, now this isn't going to be fun. But yeah, it's like my preference is just girls. Then maybe next preference is just us and the men.
Yeah.
And then kids is,
Yeah, but I think for Daisy from Drexel Hill, I think you could just say to your friend, hey, I was really hoping it'd be more of a girls' night for my 21st. I think that's a fine response.
Absolutely. At 21.
It's your birthday. You can also make that decision. Like,
But Daisy, don't also be offended by that. Like, oh, I never invited him. It's like, I really think your friend innocently just thought, oh, I'm married. It's me and him for the rest of our lives together. She just thought, oh, okay, he's invited, obviously, but
Yeah.
Not the case. So just make that known.
yeah, I mean, I went on a trip to Europe last year and I didn't invite my husband.
You did not. You never invite your husband to those European trips.
It's me and my girlfriends. It's fun.
There was a guy
Yes.
calling you out.
Yes.
But he's a guy friend.
He's a guy friend? He's a guy friend, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Fun first block, but a lot more to come. Our next issue, I think many people will have differing opinions.
Okay.
So we're going to dissect this. Make sure you stay with us.
We are back on the Delco Duo. We've taken our Lady Liberty glasses off because I just wasn't looking as cute as
heavy.
Monica in them.
You have a mark on your nose.
Do I?
Yes.
Do you?
No.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Oh, okay.
You have a little
These are heavy.
Yeah.
These are heavy. These are one of those that, you put on and take off a bunch.
We also both have sparkles on our forehead. I can see them on yours, so I know I definitely have them on mine.
I love sparkles though, so I don't care. But these are really, really fun. So another great addition to our 4th of July fanfare.
All right, should we dive into issue 2? Mm-hmm. All right, Henry from Havertown. My girlfriend and I welcomed our son into the world after a grueling 24 hours of labor, ending in a C-section. The experience was very traumatic for the both of us, and immediately after the birth, my partner said she didn't want to see anybody for 3 to 4 weeks because she just doesn't feel comfortable with people seeing her so weak. But my mom doesn't understand. Ooh, that's tough.
Yes. So a grandparent
Yeah, that's
is
tough.
sad that she can't see
The baby.
the baby. She can't see her son. She can't see her
Daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law. That's where I was saying, I understand where the mom's coming from.
Yeah.
You have for the last few months gotten so excited. You're welcoming a grandchild into this world, and then all of a sudden, someone's saying, no, you can't see your grandchild.
Yeah.
That you have to understand her perspective.
Yeah. I mean, and even if it's just for like 30 minutes, right? Like come in, hold the baby, get to see the baby, leave.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think if I were the grandparent in that situation, I would be sad.
But now coming from the other side, when you are, you start to feel like an island a lot when you just have a kid for the first time, and a lot of people want to visit. And I remember my parents told Eugene, my husband, make sure you're taking care of Monica first, making sure that she's comfortable, because there can be a lot of visitors and like a revolving door, and a lot of times the women won't say like, it's been too much, I can't handle another visitor.
Right.
So the husband has to have her back and say, listen, you guys have to go. Almost shoveling people out the door. Like, you guys got to go. We've had a lot.
I think it's a hard thing to balance in general, because if you're a friend, right, you feel like you're not a good friend if you don't offer to come visit or see the baby, but also maybe the person really isn't up for visitors yet, or maybe
Yes.
they've already had enough and they want a break. So I do also think from the other side, as someone who doesn't have kids but has a ton of friends who've had babies, I also feel like you have to, I mean, I'm excited for them, I want to see the baby, but I also feel like I have to like come see the baby to
Yes.
be a good friend, because it seems
Yes.
unsupportive if you're not doing that.
I remember that in the very beginning before I had kids, any of my friends who had a kid, I would be like, okay, when can I come see? When can I come see?
Yeah.
And then after I had my first, I stopped doing that to my friends, because I was like, it's too much. I felt overwhelmed in the beginning, but I never would say no. If someone said, hey, I want to come over and see the baby, I'd be like, sure, come over. And then by the end of the day, I'm exhausted, because I feel like I've been entertaining, and then I'm trying to keep tabs on my kid. The house is a mess, but I'm trying to keep it clean, because no one actually is okay with their house ever looking.
Especially if people are coming over.
Yes,
Yeah.
when people are coming over. But that's why it's really the husband's duty to have your wife's back.
Check in on her,
or
make
your
sure
girlfriend's
she's
back.
fine.
Yeah, make sure she's okay and that she's comfortable with the amount of people coming in and out. But the number one person, or the one or two number one people, should be the grandparents. They should be seeing that kid not 3 to 4 weeks into it. I don't think that's if they're available to see that kid, see the new baby.
Yeah.
They should be there.
Yeah, I think most grandparents would be sad if you said, sorry, you've got to wait until the baby's a month old.
Right. So I would maybe talk to the baby mama and say, listen, just a half hour. She just wants to hold the baby.
Yeah.
And then I'll send her on her way after that. But it's like a bonding thing.
Yeah.
You kind of feel like if you don't see that baby in the first like 3 to 4
You never get
weeks,
you never get the time back.
Yes,
You know what I mean? The
that
baby's
baby-
never going to be a newborn again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't. I also have seen this a few times. Some people will use their kids as a manipulation tool
For like grandparents?
For grandparents. Whether it's their parents or the in-laws, I have seen it before, and it's really, really upsetting.
Yeah, that is
And I think it just comes out of nowhere. The families are getting along, and then all of a sudden they have a baby, and they use it as a manipulation tool. Like, if you don't do what I want the way I want it, you won't see your grandkids. And that's awful.
Yeah, that is awful.
It should never, ever, ever be used as a manipulation tool.
Do you think it's people who maybe don't have a good relationship with like their in-law?
Yes, I think that, they kind of just are pretty chill. And then the second they have a kid, they have a tool
Yeah.
to get what they want from the relationship. And I see it a lot with the way they manipulate the grandparents. Again, their own parents or the in-laws. New
that's
parents
sad.
can use their children, and I think it's terrible.
Yeah.
So just watch out for that. Make sure that's not what it is. It's
Right.
not the wife's way of being like, hey, I'm going to control this situation the way I want to.
Right.
Now that I've got the kid.
Yeah.
So that's deep. That's why I was saying
Baby isn't a power move.
no. absolutely. But that's where I was saying, like, you might have differing opinions on this.
Yeah.
So, all right. And now we're back to the 4th of July. Coming up, it's one of our own issues.
Are we going to have to put the Lady Liberty glasses back on? I think if we're talking about the 4th, right?
Let's do it.
Okay.
We can deal. Make sure you stay with us. The Delco Duo continues. Welcome back to the Delco Duo. We talked about some of your issues. Now one of ours is coming up with a 4th of July right around the corner. So it's not this weekend, which is really tough because everyone's in the celebratory mood.
Yes.
But it's Tuesday, and I hate that.
Tuesday and Wednesday for a holiday in general. Yeah.
But
should be illegal.
That and Christmas, they've always got to be on the number. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Easter's on a Sunday. Thanksgiving's on a Thursday. You know what I mean? So
Memorial, Labor Day, always Mondays.
right.
Yeah.
So I guess these are the two holidays that we deal with during a random day of the week. So, all right, let's get to our issue.
What's Monica crying about?
I love 4th of July. It's one of my favorites. Obviously, a lot of it is tied into my birthday. My birthday is July 2nd.
It's like one big celebration.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. But I actually have a little bit of a hot take. I can't stand when firework displays are long-lived.
What do you mean?
I like my firework display 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
You know how some of these are like, huge fireworks, and every town's like, huge firework display, and people talk about, it was really good because it was a half hour long.
Yeah.
I don't find fireworks all that interesting. It's really fun in the beginning to see them pop up. You can feel it in your chest. It's like really cool to see.
I'm going to sound really un-American saying this, but like I don't really care about fireworks. Like they're just not, I'm not that into them. Like I don't,
Wow.
my husband's family.
I thought I had the hot take.
I know, my husband's family like celebrates the 4th and we always go on vacation for it and they set off fireworks. But like I wouldn't take time out of my day to go to a fireworks show.
You don't have a tear roll down your cheek during the firework?
Do you?
Absolutely.
No.
I always think there's people around, everybody's watching, they might not be watching my fireworks, but they're watching some fireworks.
It's not that I don't think they're pretty. I just like don't care about them. I also feel the same way about parades. Like I just am like not that into them. Like
parades,
if I have kids, sure, like take them, they love fireworks when I see them, parades or whatever, but like as an adult that's kidless, don't need to see them. Don't care.
I was just saying, I don't like the half hour to like, some of them are like 45 minutes and people are like, oh, that was a great display. It went on. They had this many songs. I'm like, I really like the beginning and end of a firework.
The finale.
Yes. In the beginning, it's, oh, this is so exciting. And the music's going and people are waving their flags. And then at the end, it's like bam, 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 done. But the middle part gets so boring. You're like, oh, that was red.
Sometimes there's like a little bit of a delay between like one and another. And you're like, wait, is it over? Was that it? And then you have to wait. Yeah. Yeah.
And then, it's not my favorite ones are the ones that like sprinkle over and kind of like willow out. And then the ones that just like shoot up into the sky.
Those ones that make that noise. Yeah.
Nothing happened there. So I don't, we sound like the least patriotic people here, you especially.
I know. Please don't hate me for it. I am not against fireworks. They're just not something I go out of my way to be a part of. Like I said, I've married into a family that celebrates the 4th really heavily. So I always do see fireworks. But if it were just up to me.
If you were to miss it, you wouldn't be like, oh, we got to get there.
Right. No, not at all.
Oh, no. I'm always searching out. So we're doing the shore for the weekend, but because it's a Tuesday, we're actually going to be home back in the burbs. And I'll still find a firework display. We used to, when I was younger, growing up, we would do, and I don't even know if they still have them, Narberth.
Yeah. I don't know if they still have them, but
Great display.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's
they were really
for
good.
a small little town.
Yeah, I
love
know.
that.
What's Narberth's slogan? Keep Narberth weird.
Is it?
Is it?
I don't know.
I might have
That's
just-
Portland, like Portland, Oregon.
I thought
Portland
Earth had
weird,
something
or
like
Stay Weird Portland. I don't know. Something
yeah,
like that.
but they had a really good display. We would do that, and then Radnor High School. Also.
Now, I have a question for you, being that you're someone that basically shares a birthday with a holiday. Not exactly, but
With
pretty
the
close to
nation.
it. Yeah. Do you like that? Because I've always thought for certain holidays that seems terrible. Like a Christmas birthday, terrible. I feel like it's like, so do you like having the 4th for your birthday?
It's the best holiday to share a birthday with because there's no presents with the 4th of July. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like it gets forgotten or I get gypped out on presents because I still get presents. No one's celebrating 4th, and it's not, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily, I just feel like the holiday is celebrating the birth of you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like again. And so therefore it just goes right into my birthday and everybody's ready to party and ready to celebrate. Whereas like a Christmas, sometimes it gets forgotten. Either
My one cousin has a New Year's birthday, and he always liked it because his is New Year's Day, but New Year's Eve, everyone wants to celebrate, right?
Yes.
So it's like already being thrown a party
you
for
never
your
have
birthday.
any
right.
problem convincing people
To do something.
To do something. It's almost like I actually sometimes feel a lot of pressure. We get towards the July 4th holiday and my friends just kind of turn to me and they're like, "What are we doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, all right. I guess I gotta plan something." That's how it was this year. My friends constantly, "What are we doing? What are we doing?" So finally, I'm like, "Okay, we're gonna have a barbecue. I think we're gonna get sparklers, not fireworks, because I like only professional fireworks.
Oh, fancy.
Fancy.
Bougie.
All right, now we have your Delco trivia. I'm very excited by this one because I found it.
Okay.
Can you name the only signer of the Declaration of Independence born in Delco, then Chester County, because back then Delaware County was not a thing, but technically would be considered Delco. Make sure you stay with us. All right, can you name the only signer of the Declaration of Independence born in Delco, then Chester County, but in today's day, Delaware County? The answer is John Morton, Ridley Township. He was born in Ridley Township.
This is such a patriotic question. Good
Isn't-
job finding the answer, Monica.
Well, it was just so surprising because when I went and I just looked at the Declaration of Independence, all the signers, I figured there's obviously a lot of Philadelphia people.
Right.
Men, Philadelphia men. Women did not sign the Declaration of Independence. And then I went on there and I actually saw it said Ridley Township. And I said, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool." And what's really cool is Morton. There's a borough near Ridley, near Springfield called Morton, and it's a borough. But so then I go on, I'm like, oh, obviously they got the name from John Morton, but they named Morton after his son, Sketchley Morton.
After John's son?
Yes. I'm like, who cares?
Yeah,
why did you have to specify?
Yeah.
And why didn't you name it
After John.
after John, the signer of the Declaration of Independence? But anyway, you guys do what you want to do. But he was born in Ridley Township, Chester County, present-day Delaware County, in 1925.
Ooh.
Good guy. He was a farmer, which I love. He was a founding father, but he was a farmer too. So it just goes to show, it wasn't just the Ben Franklins, these, big wigs.
When did you say he was born?
It says 1925. So 17, no,
I was like, that doesn't seem right.
1725.
I wasn't going to contradict you because I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but I thought the Declaration was signed a
1725.
little before that.
So we love you, John Morton. Morton Avenue, Morton named after him or his son.
We love you, America.
Yay! Happy birthday!